Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back to Online Courtside. So, as you all know, my channel is geared towards the more mature dater who wants to have a much better online dating experience. So, if this is you, you've come to the right channel. Last week, I talked about 5 reasons, and I gave a bonus why a man will look at your dating profile but would not message you. So I am going to give you those 5 reasons again, but I'm going to elaborate on exactly what I mean with examples of what I mean. So number 1, he might be looking for a certain type of woman. So he might swipe left on you because you're not the type of woman that he typically dates. So let me give you an example. He dates a woman who's tall in height and maybe short hair, or tall in height and long hair. Or he might date a woman who's typically a short woman. He sees your profile, but you're not that type. Or he might be used to dating a younger woman, and he meets you, and you might be an older woman of a mature age, because you're just not the type of women that he's typically used to dating. Now, it's not a bad thing, because what you want is, if a person doesn't have any interest in you, you want them to swipe left, okay? Because the last thing you want to be doing on a dating site is wasting time with people who have time to waste. And those are what I call my time wasters, okay? Number 2 reason why a man might look at your dating profile and swipe left on your profile is because of your photo. Now, let me give you an example. It doesn't mean that you're not an attractive person. It's just the outfits that you're wearing in your photos. This is one of the reasons why when I first started my channel, I did a video right here where I talked about your photos and how important your photos are. And because you're dating online and it's so competitive, you want to have some of the best photos up that you can put. Because men are visual. They look online just like they would if they had met you out at a grocery store, okay? So it's important that you put your best photos up. If you can't put your best photos, just don't put any up at all, because all you're going to do is just have photos up there that nobody's looking at. Number 3, why a man might look at your dating profile and swipe left on it is because you two are not looking for the same thing. So you might be looking for someone to marry at some point. He might just be looking for a fling or a casual friend or a date 1, 2, or 3 times out of the week. But in any event, he read your profile and he said, you know what, we're not looking for the same thing, which is a good thing, because like I've always said, you want somebody that wants you, because you're not on a dating app to play and waste time. Of course, it takes time to meet someone. You don't want to keep meeting people who does not have the same interests that you have. Okay, so number 4, you have too much negativity in your bio. So let me tell you exactly what I mean by that. So in your bio, you might write, I'm looking for a man that have the 666. He has to be 6 feet tall. He has to be a 6-figure man. He has to have a 6-pack body. When a man sees that, a lot of times he just swipes left, because he thinks, okay, she's looking for someone that can give her this or that, or she just looking for somebody to look good on her arm, or something along those lines. So when a man sees that, even though you might mean that, when he sees it, his interpretation of you has become totally different from what he see in your bio. Or you might put in your bio, I don't want this type, this type, this type, or that type. When a guy reads that, he tends to look at that like either you're still holding on to a bunch of baggage, or you got things going on that you just have not dealt with. So number 5, he's intimidated. He's intimidated by what you wrote in your bio. He might be intimidated by your job. He might be intimidated by your education. He's intimidated by your beauty. And he just don't know how to approach it. And oftentimes these type of men, they'll stare at your dating profile, but they will not approach it because they just lack confidence. And it's not a you problem, it's a he problem. that is another reason why a man will look at your dating profile and simply swipe left on it. Number 6, which is my bonus, is a man will swipe left on your dating profile is if he's seen you on multiple dating apps. So you've been on maybe 3 or 4, maybe even 5 different dating apps, and he's seen you on every last one of those dating apps. He tend to judge you. He tend to think either something is wrong with you, or you're desperate, or something along those lines. Now, of course, it's a double standard because he's on the same dating apps, and I'm quite sure you probably have seen him too. But because you're a woman, men tends to judge that. These are my 5 reasons why a man will look at your dating profile and simply swipe left. So if you got anything out this video, do me a favor and click that like button. Also put agreed in the comments so that I know that my content is resonating with you.